Red means go.
Got her. She said, it's not bad. It's not bad.
They always like our beer.
Got her.
All the non-beer drinkers like our beer.
She's taking pictures of herself.
Yeah, got her. Yeah. She getting lying like I'm a
beer influencer, guys.
I killed this, y'all. This beer is good.
My one sip was everlasting. I can't wait till next year to have my second sip.
I sipped it right off the rim.
Brewsing Banter Podcast. Brewsing Banter Podcast. What up? Welcome to Brewsing Banter Podcast. I'm your host, Rob G. And with me, as always, is the Legendary Brew Crew. What up, fellas?
I was reading this weekend.
Mama.
Nah, it doesn't taste like dirt. My name is Lou Belgians, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm wondering, does Delaware have an actual culture?
This is the podcast that we talk about beer, but we also talk about a lot of things that's happening in the world. Politics, movies, anything really that comes to our mind while we're here sampling these brews. Grab a drink and pull up a chair.
Ooh, we love you, Brewsing Banter Podcast.
What up? Welcome to Brewsing Banter Podcast, where the topic is rocking the brew. What that be fuel? And I'm your host, Rob G. And with me, as always, the Legendary Brew Crew. What's going on, fellas?
Hi.
Hello, everyone.
This is episode
270.
I thought Lou was going to have it. We don't know.
It's like 279.
270 something.
279. That sounds right.
Yes, we'll go with that.
279.
All right, we'll ride with that. If it's wrong, then it's wrong.
I think it's right. If this is your first time listening, you are in for a treat.
Yeah.
If you've been here before, well, you know we don't remember what the episode numbers are.
That's not our job to do.
If you've been listening, then you already know what episode it is, so don't worry about it.
Right. If you hit record, if you hit play, then you already know what it says on there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Correct.
Mm-hmm. Before we get started, I'd like to say, your face is fresh.
Yours is too, man.
Thank you.
Rob still looks like same old Rob.
Rob looks dull.
Same old Rob.
He looks dull.
Well, then, shit, that looks good then.
No.
Now you don't look exfoliated.
No one ever thought that dull was a good thing.
Right.
No, but they always say Rob. They are good looking Rob. They always
Who always said no one?
Every lady I've ever talked to has always said that.
That's your wife and your mother.
Kiki's right here. Kiki, did you say that when he walked in?
He said every Rob, and I know a few Robs, and I ain't never thought that about them.
None of them.
I didn't say every Rob.
I just said like Rob. It goes together.
Oh,
like
I'm talking about Rob as a me.
You. Just
Yeah. did you think that when he came in?
She just said no. She said, I've never met a Rob that's been attractive. She just said that.
She got glasses on.
She could definitely see with her readers on her. She turned her readers up and looked at your face.
When was the last time she been to the ophthalmologist? Optometrist?
No, you had it right the first time. These are new glasses.
Oh, thank
Readers
you.
is turned all the way up. Readers is turned all the way up for your ugly ass. Yeah.
Not exfoliated face ass.
Your dull self. Your dull knife face self. These sharp knives. Look at these two sharp knives out the drawer.
Yeah.
Looking all facial.
You that knife that they skip over. We the knife that they gonna pull out because they like, oh, them some nice knives.
Yeah. They take you to the sharpener.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
Already left.
Yeah.
All right.
See what happened?
Before we get into whatever we get into, we all like to know what we are drinking on. So,
Really? We didn't even introduce our guests.
oh shit, I did not.
I mean, it's fine.
Like she here.
We drinking.
Oh, after she installed at the house, she will not speak again.
Cut her mic.
Just cut her whole mic off.
You know what? I'll cut that part.
Nah, it's fine.
Nah, that's fine. It's fine.
It's
What are we
fine.
drinking on today?
Because we only drinking.
We
one
always
thing.
start with our guests. Kiki, what are you drinking on today?
You want the truth?
Yes.
Yeah, the truth. Give us the truth.
Okay, well, I have a little bit of apple cider
Yay.
water.
What is the percentages of this apple cider versus the water? Is it a 50-50 thing? Is it a 75-25?
75-25.
Water,
Yeah,
apple water 75?
Yes.
Okay.
I try to consume more water throughout the day. obviously because I'm in between clients and my skin has been breaking out. It's been really cold, so my skin is starting to show it. So I need to get some water intake.
Yeah, because your face is your face is your advertisement for what you do. So you gotta can't be breaking out like this.
I am trying some beer today. What is this? Thrills? Gills 2024. So I better go out with a bang this year and drink some beer.
You got a couple days left.
It's actually really good.
See,
This is like y'all brand.
this is
A collab we did.
a collab that we did with Dewey Beer Co.
Okay.
So Dewey's part of Delaware. It's a spot in Delaware.
Oh, okay.
It's the beach area in Delaware.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like a beer-ish thingy.
Well, Dewey Beer is a beer.
Yeah,
company.
A beer distributor.
Oh, it's a brewery.
It's a brewery, yeah. But they're in the beach area.
Oh, this is really cool.
Yeah, so we did
Glad you
that
like
collab with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's sweet. That's why you like it.
No, I feel like I could drink this.
But yeah, you do gotta be careful with that sweet shit too. So yeah,
Because what's it? It's 5.25%.
Yeah.
Drinking like 2 or 3. First of all, drinking 2 or 3 of them, your sugar will go up, and 5%, 2 or 3, may get a good buzz.
yeah. But let me ask you this: why the water in the apple cider?
Oh, well,
Just to cut it down?
yeah,
Just
so
to-
I don't really like the taste of just water by itself.
Oh, okay.
So I like it's always going to be a little splash of something. Cranberry juice, pineapple juice.
Yeah, see,
apple
that's
juice.
nasty to me.
So that's how you get your water by cutting it with other
Yeah.
things. So it's
Don't
not
just put some
necessarily
lemon in
apple
it.
cider.
That too, but then that starts to get like your mouth starts
You got to change it up.
dry.
You gotta
Yeah,
change it up.
that's true.
So yeah, like a little splash.
So
of
today is apple cider vinegar, but tomorrow.
not apple cider vinegar.
Not apple cider vinegar, just apple cider.
Yeah, just straight apple cider.
Don't dumb my whole thing
Real
down.
seasonal.
Sorry.
Yo, apple cider vinegar is
Yeah, no.
that's
I
tough.
apologize.
People do drink it like that.
I
though.
thought
But it's
they
tough.
did.
It's
Yeah.
a tough drink.
Okay.
It's a tough drink.
They do because they.
And then
but
you
they-
said you cut it with the water, so I really
Yeah, I
it
got you.
kind of-
I got you.
No.
My
Like
bad.
when you guys came in, I was drinking it just like warm. But
Yeah,
that's
you did.
regular, just-
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you drink it warm, it's just the apple cider.
Yeah. It's cozy.
A little brandy in there.
Oh, not today. But
No
yeah,
toddy.
that's-
Little toddy. Yeah, little toddy.
I've had a toddy like that though, and I was drunk. I was sick and
drunk.
extremely drunk.
It didn't make you feel better and drunk.
No, I think because my stomach was kind of empty, and then the hot toddy, then I just wasn't making good choices after that.
Oh man,
like,
let's get into that. So
Yeah, let's talk about them bad choices. What's the good choice and the bad choice? Let's go.
Bad drinking a hot toddy made by a man who I should not have been around.
There you go.
Oh, damn.
Bruising
Whoa.
Banter After Dark has begun.
Yeah. I don't even want to know that, man. I mean,
She said her stomach hurt.
I just felt like I was drunk.
just don't drink no more hot toddies.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't.
Just,
Don't let that man make hot toddies. He feel like he was heavy-handed.
I don't know. I'm not.
It's like he gave me Diddy juices. And I'm like,
That's why I'm like, he a little heavy-handed. Sprinkle a little crack on it. That's why your stomach hurt?
Yeah. Like,
woo, that's crazy. Okay. Sorry, Rob.
we all drinking on the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we all have the thrills. We let Kiki taste a little bit of the thrills. So Rob, you're spilling. You're spilling, Rob.
it.
You're spilling.
I got a
But yeah, pass us another because we made it and we all.
All right. I am drinking from Liquid Intrusion, the African Queen and her 7 C's. That's their flagship IPA. Shout out to Liquid Intrusion Brewing out of Brandywine, Maryland.
I would say Bethlehem. It is Brandywine. I don't know why I get that wrong. Yeah, shout out to Brandywine.
It's a great IPA if you like IPAs. Real smooth. I've had it multiple times, but I'm having it again today. It's 6%. Yeah, 6% ABV. It's real smooth, not too bitter, not too hoppy. It got a little citrus flavor to it. So I was gonna pass me another.
Yeah. Shout out to Jasmine, one of the co-owners of Liquid Intrusion. She's the recipe maker and brewer of that particular IPA.
Yeah, I love that can art too.
Black Lady Brewers.
It's brewed with African Queen, Falcon's Flight, 7 C's, and 7 C's hops.
7 C's and the 7 C's hops?
I think it's Falcon Flight, 7 C's hops. Sounds written.
Boys readers is down.
That's
the way it's ordered.
I don't know. That's how it's written on the can. I'm reading straight off the can.
so that's a black female owned.
It's a husband
black
and wife.
owned, husband and
Yeah,
wife. Yeah.
husband and wife,
Yeah.
but it's black owned, and the wife actually made this one.
That one? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is her baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, without further ado, we do have a special guest who's already been talking and disrespecting and
Talking like she know you.
Talking about your dirty face and your.
That's we gonna talk about it too, because we got ours done and he didn't, so you could look at his face and tell.
well, also, I wanted to. Well, I'm a little under the weather, so I was being. I want to be all in people's faces and stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still in
Yeah.
her face.
Not really.
He is kind of close to you still,
Yeah.
I always wear a mask.
and you have a mask
I
on
always wear a
then,
mask.
and you don't have one on now, so
No.
you're more susceptible to his
No,
germs now.
And I just got over a cold.
But I'm
This is the whole
pregnant
reason
now.
why we had to reschedule.
Right.
And hell. So,
Now you're about to be drinking that hot toddy.
yeah.
A short hand, not the heavy hand.
No.
You gotta get a light hand.
Not just warm apple cider.
Yeah, I'll just have that. I have that.
You got a cold? Come on over.
I got something for you, girl.
I'll fix you a hot toddy.
Your stomach hurt? Come on over.
Well, we want to welcome you to the podcast. So we want you to give us who you are, where we're at.
He never introduced her.
He's like, just, who are you?
who you are, where we at. Somebody give me a round of applause. I don't want to do that.
Do you know where we're at?
You can tell us your name, and you can tell us where we're at.
That's what I just said.
Okay. So my name is Kiki Bufford. We are in Philadelphia at my shop, which is 387 Grooming. It's a skincare grooming business for men and young boys, where we focus on skincare, wellness, mental health, all under one roof. And yeah, you didn't get a facial today, but you know, it's okay.
That's fine.
Get the
Get close,
experience.
talk closer to the mic so we can hear you more.
Yeah.
Just scoot your chair up if you want to. Yeah, there we go. And you didn't get a facial.
You didn't,
I know.
and we can tell.
Okay.
That's fine.
We all can tell.
You said it's okay?
It's okay that he didn't get one.
It's not really. She has magical hands.
I'll come back.
Weather. Yeah, he's
Okay.
under the weather.
Okay.
Today,
That's fair.
today was my first time getting a facial, and I must say, it was an experience. It was an experience that I enjoyed. I know I'm doing it again. Can't wait.
Nice.
I can't wait.
You can come up to this little village and check it out.
Yeah,
That's what we're here. We're here to learn more about who you are, why you here, in this location.
Yeah.
And why men's grooming and all that good stuff.
Yeah, why'd you niche it up?
Yeah, let's go. Let's get into what got you here.
I mean, it's often, like, why not? Like, where else do men go besides a barbershop? And even if you might not even be going to the barbershop anymore, depending, like, if you're bald, you don't go there anymore. You line up your beard yourself and you shave your own head. But the real reason and the main reason was because I felt like men were just not learning about skincare and wellness and mental health. And I felt like it was extremely important to create a space for men. I went to beauty school in Miami. I lived there for 10 years before I moved back to Philly in 2021. And during that time, we had like the Black Lives Matter movement going on, a lot of protests, and we were just seeing a lot of black men being killed, like on the news and on social media. And it really made me feel like we were seeing more negative things within the black community, especially black men being affected. But we weren't seeing healthy things, good things, achievements for black men. And I also started to notice that when men don't know how to take care of their skin, it sometimes can end up showing in their self-esteem and how they present themselves in the world. And there's like, well, I didn't know I needed to use a cleanser, or I didn't know I should use a moisturizer. And that could also just start from growing up as a youth, maybe not having a male figure in the house, and maybe that male figure neither doesn't know how to teach a young man to groom himself. So I wanted to just create this space, and we do focus on mental health. We often have meetings and groups where some of my clients who are therapists or counselors, they like to come and host conversations with other men to discuss things that they have going on in their life. But I've worked with females for many years, and to be completely honest, I was tired of them. I didn't want to work with women. I didn't want to work with women anymore, especially the women in Miami. They're very entitled, and I just didn't feel like that was the community that I wanted to serve anymore. And I also wanted to come back home, which was Philly. So I did, and I opened the business maybe a few months later. Yeah.
So wait, how long were you in Miami? So you left Philly to go to Miami?
Yeah. So originally, I'm from New York, from Brooklyn. But I came to Philly.
I heard that.
Right,
As
when
soon as
she
she
said
said
it.
it. Originally.
Right.
So originally.
I say no more. We
Yeah.
know.
5411, yeah.
Right.
Originally from Brooklyn. But I moved out here after 9/11, like right after 9/11.
Okay.
And for me, I was like in the 9th grade when it happened. And my mom was like, we're going back to PA. That's where she and my dad are.
9th grade.
So it's like after every tragedy, you make a big move.
Yeah.
Greg, COVID.
Yeah.
Move to Philly after every big tragedy.
Kind of, sort of. It was like,
Just stay and maybe there'll be no more tragedies.
Go
Yeah,
home.
just
That's
stay.
what it was kind of like, go home.
So you're from Brooklyn,
Originally
but
from Brooklyn.
family always was, and
Yeah.
he always was around Philly.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm. So my parents are originally from Harrisburg.
Okay.
And they actually moved to Philly probably in like the 70s. Yeah, the 70s. They had my sister here in Germantown Hospital, which is no longer around. They used to actually come up here to Maplewood Mall with my sister.
Nice.
And so they're really familiar with this part of the town. And then my father's a musician, so he wanted to go to New York to pursue a bigger audience for himself, which he did really well.
What's he play?
The drums, bass. He plays the piano. He has a music school now.
Nice.
And he has like a one-hit wonder, or he was like a one-hit wonder. So he was like,
Who your dad was?
Mm-hmm.
What's his?
One hit wonder. Hey, that's not bad.
Yeah, what's his one hit? I don't got a hit.
Unless
You
we
know-
don't know that one hit.
Bounce, rock, skate, roll, the skating song.
Roll, bounce.
Yeah, that was in the Bow Wow movie. That's when I first really.
Wait, that's his song?
Yeah, my dad's in that group. Yeah.
That's all right.
Dawn
Okay.
Mason and the crew. Yeah.
That's all right.
I ain't know they only had one hit though.
Yeah,
Hey, that's a good hit though.
That's a good hit to have.
Yep. So he has his gold record. He gets his royalty checks.
Yeah, see,
that's
nothing wrong with
all
that.
right, yeah.
It'll only take one hit.
And anytime a roller skate movie coming out, they coming for the royalty checks.
Yep,
For sure.
exactly.
That's
So-
true.
Yeah,
That's
because
true.
that's a roller skating theme song right there for sure.
Yeah.
And that was during that time. And then they went to New York, and that's how he got a part of the group. And they bought a house in Brooklyn, a brownstone. They had me. They were together for a couple years. And then they separated. And they got a divorce. And my dad moved to West Orange, New Jersey. He's still out there. He has his music school. My mom is deceased now. And then I decided, at that point, I was like, okay, I think I'm ready to move. I'm tired of being in Philly. I just need a change of scenery, and I want to go live by, like, the beach.
The beach, yeah.
Yeah. And I enjoyed, like, spring breaks in Miami. So I was like, that's where I'm going. People don't have real lives there.
Right, I was gonna say the people
I was
actually.
about to say, how different was it? How different was it when you were living there than spending a week and a half?
I mean, you do work, like people work, but they also party a lot, and partying is like priority for them.
Oh shit!
That's part of the work.
Yeah, like I worked 3 retail jobs, and I went to beauty school, and I still would go out to the clubs, and I would be in beauty school, like at the table sleeping, and then just get up and do my work and stuff.
Oh no! You know what? Don't touch my face no more. Fucking sleeping in glass.
All you gotta do is get the degree. I got my degree.
I got my license, so
Don't matter what my GPA was, I got my degree.
yes.
I'm certified, so it doesn't matter. I mean,
Ain't your face shining?
Yeah.
yeah,
Your face ain't
Yeah,
your face ain't as dull as your brother's over there. You know what I mean?
that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's true. That's
So
true.
she ain't fall asleep enough in those classes.
Maybe it's too shiny. You never know.
Over exfoliation.
She overdid it.
Because she fell asleep in them classes.
Oh, I told you that much?
She was asleep during that session.
Yes. That's the one she didn't pass. That's what we don't talk about. I got my license. I didn't get my license in that.
Was skincare always what it was for you though? Always what you
Yeah,
wanted
it was
to do?
always, well, it was, skincare. I did makeup first for a long time. Eyebrow threading, cosmetic makeup.
Your eyebrows are nice, by the way.
I was about to say, I saw that.
Thank you. And I started to, because I was doing these services for women, I started to feel like men need to not have the same type of services, but having something for them. And I think because I started to see the female clients being really entitled type of women, because it wasn't in South Beach, and a lot of them were wealthy or wives to really wealthy men. They had this like stigma to them of like, I'm a stay-at-home wife, and I pretty much just want to spend money and do beauty things. And, I don't really care. I don't have nothing else really to do.
Right.
And in the back of my mind, I'm thinking about what's on the news and the reality of what's happening in the world. And it's like every week it's becoming normal to see black men killed, and these women are just laying on my table just trying to get beautified.
They don't even know.
No, or they would come in and complain about like, oh my God, there's so much traffic. There was a protest. And I'm like, oh, do you know why there was a protest? Mind you, I'm like trying to just show face. I don't want to be here. I don't want to talk to you people.
Right.
And I'm like, do you know why there was a protest or why people were upset? Well, there was a man killed. No, there was another black man killed.
Right.
That's what it was. And we're tired. I'm tired of seeing it, hearing about it. And it just made me a couple other things. Like I actually was listening to The Breakfast Club, ironically, and they were interviewing an organization from Philly called Black Men Heal. And I was with a client. She was sleeping, and I was listening to my earpods. And it just kind of brought up some things about mental health and men. And I kind of was like, well, what could I do? How could I contribute to this community of men who are working on themselves? And God, my mom, whomever, angels, said to me, well, nobody said you only have to work on women. And I was like, right. And then I finished that client, went home. I listened to the podcast again, or the episode again. And I was like, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start this business, a skincare business for men.
Nice.
Now, is there a lot of businesses like yours that cater strictly to men? Because I'm 44 years old. I've never had a facial in my life.
Yeah, no.
And I've never even thought to get one for real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's not a thing.
It's not very common. No, there's one other shop actually out here, which is not too far from here. Similar concept of catering to men, but mine's is, for me, I feel like it's more of a therapeutic, more meaningful space for men. And men of color in particular. So that's why I have like the pictures on the wall of different men throughout African American culture, literature as well, and our own products, which I made sure to be geared towards men of color, their skin. But it's not skincare in general is not really something that a lot of companies or brands create for men.
Yeah, we get like maybe 3 products in the 100 product line.
Yeah.
Like I remember, I was surprised when Bath and Body Works started making men's lotions. And now they got beard oil.
But they do that. They do that because all the women is dragging their husbands and boyfriends.
For sure.
They just like, well, where's section? They're like, well, go in this little corner over here.
Bro, I was just in there getting candles, like, because it was a sale. Like
these candles is unisex.
This shit's like
that peach blossom over there. I can't put that on my hands.
They looking for candles. I'm in there looking at lotion.
That's why
now we got teak wood and sage.
Right.
Yep.
I worked at Sephora for many years in Miami, and I saw how we would have this section, a gondola is what they call like the shelves for men, and it would dwindle down every season. Like it would just get smaller and smaller.
Because we wasn't coming in to buy, but y'all wasn't marketing to us either.
And exactly. Yeah. And men, there's like a little section in the front of the store. Men could stand, sit, or whatever while they're waiting for their partner, whomever is shopping, and that gondola would get smaller and smaller until it became just only online. And now it's only online, but it's also like, if you take it out of the store, then it doesn't become accessible to the men who are in here shopping. That you have cologne, you could keep a small section of skincare for men, but they chose to just put it.
is a man's skin that much different from a woman's face?
It's not very, very different. No, it's not that much.
All you gotta do is just put some sage in it and put some tea
sage.
Or I mean,
You
the
talking about
smell. No, I'm talking about the smell. Just put a little sage smell. Put a little candle. Put a little lavender. What? Leather. What else? What else? Men supposed to like?
They got the bourbon.
Sandalwood.
Sand. Sound like a man with like. It don't matter what's in it.
If it got wood at the end of it, smoked wood. Bowl wood, it don't matter.
Yeah, if you have like just a brand in the stores, then men would purchase it more. Yeah. Which now, that's the reason why Target has become more popular for that, because they do have like this little section in certain stores that's created just for men, which I love, and it's good because more men are starting to feel seen.
Yeah,
and having more skincare products for themselves.
Now, did you make the transition of starting to do men's health care, facials before you got back to Philly, or did that happen once you got back?
As soon as I got back.
That was your plan when you was coming back to Philly already? Yeah, okay.
So when the pandemic happened, I had initially considered waiting 2 years. And 2020 was like that 2020 vision of like traveling. I had all these plans. I had some flights actually booked. And when the pandemic happened, everything was shut down. So I just decided, well, you know what? I think I'm going to use this time to prepare to create a business. I'm in the house. I can't go anywhere. I might as well just use YouTube University as, my school during this time. I don't have any other distractions. I'm not working and I'm not partying. So I might as well, just learn about starting a business. Right. And so then I decided to move that year up one. And I did. So while everything we were shut down, I was like, let me start the LLC. Let me get the bank accounts. Yeah. Just figuring out all the licensing and things that I would need to transfer over. So that's what I did.
Was it going to be in Miami, or you always knew you were coming back home, back to Philly?
It wasn't. It was not. And
she's talking about she hates Miami now, apparently.
Yeah, it sounds like a horrible experience for you.
Let me tell you, when I left, I thought I would cry like on the plane, headed back. I didn't at all.
You were ready.
I was ready. I was so ready.
Have you been back since?
I went back once, about maybe 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like that, yeah. And even that experience, I was like, oh, God.
Yeah, I'll go to another beach when I'm going to travel.
Also, Florida really showed itself within the elections. And I mean, just being there, I was there during Trump's time.
Yeah.
And I saw how that led up to his presidency, and it was just like, and then even with Biden, it was the same when they were transferring over. It was the same thing. It was yachts, huge yachts owned by Hispanics with Trump flags flying.
Which is weird.
Are you serious?
Right, yeah.
I saw you come here on a boat. It might have been a smaller boat than the one you are in now. But
if they get a chance, they'll take your big boat and put you back.
Right,
Send your ass back.
Sure.
Because they are the same. They are, to them, they're one and the same. So I was like, I'm over this place.
Yeah.
I want to go back. And I did not have a community of black friends. I had a very small group of black friends there. And I just was over it. Like, I really was like, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I can feel you on that. Oh, man.
So since Miami Beach is out, what beaches do you like to go to?
Well, I'm going to get on a plane and I'm leaving the country.
Okay.
That's where your beach is. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love Tulum.
Cheers to you.
Yeah, I love Tulum. That's probably I love Jamaica, but Tulum probably in the last 2 years I've gone twice. So maybe like once a year. I haven't taken any trips this year. I went to Puerto Rico about a year ago, but that was it, But Tulum is right now my favorite.
When you go out of the country, do you look to see what products they're using on their faces there?
No.
You should, though.
There
might be some new shit. You never know.
So if I were to go
that scorpion juice, you never know.
If I go to Korea, which is Korean beauty is very, very popular. It's like top tier in the world skincare. So yeah, if I were to go to like Korea, I would definitely hit up. I have to have another suitcase.
Maybe we should go to Korea.
No, for sure. It's on the list. It's on the list, yeah.
So Korea, is there any other countries or cities around the world that are heavy like Korea would be?
For skincare?
Yes.
It's really Korea. Korean skincare, K-beauty is like, They have
K Beauty. Hold on.
It's called K Beauty. Yeah,
Like everything's K in Korea.
Yeah,
K-pop, K-beauty.
It really is. So yeah, no, they're just huge in skincare. Well, Asian products mainly are like top tier. The way it just
Wonder why
works.
though?
And also, they're not able to, in America, the FDA is not able to put in certain ingredients. They don't allow certain ingredients that Korea is beneficial to their skin, and that America won't allow. So that's one reason. Also, I guess being as though Korean people have really beautiful, healthy, it's this thing called glass skin, which is like pure.
Why they look fake?
Yeah,
Yeah.
their skin is like flawless, and that comes from a lot of their products, but it also comes from just genetics within the Asian, the Asian culture and race in itself. In our textbooks, it even said that blacks and Asians have the best skin. Like it said it verbatim.
They need to say that more, like in the media.
Right.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, you know the whole term "black don't crack."
Black on crack.
Right,
Yeah.
but I mean, like our American media is run by white people, majority, and they don't want black and Asians to be higher than them. So I can see.
Or empowered by to know
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
Because to be honest, let me look in this camera. White people they age horribly.
Yeah.
That's true.
They age
I
horribly.
think they know that though.
Well, I think
think a
that's
lot
why
of people know
I feel like they will go more. They go to estheticians more.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
do.
yeah,
They
yeah.
do definitely
Because
try
they-
to
I
work
think they
on
know.
the skin.
Yeah, 'cause
Because they crack.
A lot more, yes, because of that.
And then it's like they be believing in the sun, and the sun don't believe it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if the sun don't believe in you, man, you gotta get out of there.
They be believing
They
in the sun.
What?
They be believing in the sun.
you don't think they do?
The sun.
Shit.
You know that sun don't believe in you. You need to go in the house.
That son don't have no faith in you, man. That son
better
do
put some
not care about your
sunscreen on.
life. Yeah.
They burn. They burn.
Yeah, they
bad.
do.
They burn, and then because they don't have melanin to protect their
Exactly.
skin.
That's why I said that sun
Yeah.
don't believe in them.
Yeah, no.
That sun was not built for them.
Yeah.
Winter time.
That's true.
But their skin is so
this solstice
dry.
thing that they in, they loving this.
Yeah.
It's their time.
So when people come to the shop, what are some of the services that they can experience?
Yes, tell us about the menu.
And like walk us through again.
The menu.
Coming in for the
Actually,
first
I
time.
want to be walked through what happened to me.
You first.
To be honest.
yes. Start what happened to me and Yoda, not what
What
happened
did
to
you
Rob.
do to us?
And
Not
then
happened to
give us your the full menu of what.
Thank you for coming on.
Oh, we're out of time. That's it.
I take too much slander over here.
Nah, but seriously, what did you do to me and Yoda today? And then after that, tell us what else, other things.
That sounds crazy.
What did you do to them? What did you do to them?
Yeah, whatever you
Gave
did, it
him a
was
hot
great.
toddy.
It was
Medicated baby oil.
You didn't medicate it, did you? No. Just making sure. Rob's just, that sounds like a jealousy.
Yeah,
thing.
Rob.
he's just jealous.
Shot fired all over here.
Calm down, Rob. It's okay, man. It's all right.
Yo,
Next time
that's
you won't be so under the weather. Maybe
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Get your face done.
Exactly.
I'm all right.
So we did like mini facials with a little beard treatment based on the time, but double cleansing, lots of steam, exfoliation using our face and beard brush. We also went into the skin with a little bit of a topical exfoliation, which is like a sugar scrub. You might have felt how it started to like slough off some of the dead skin. And then I used an ultrasonic scrubber to lift all the dead skin that was at the surface to remove
Was that the scraper thing?
Yeah, it sounded like a tattoo gun. Yeah.
I thought she was going to shake my eyebrows
Yeah,
over there. I was like, oh shit, she's about to get me.
I was like, I didn't even know I had hair over here. I have hair on my cheekbones. But you're just getting dead. That was getting dead skin off our faces.
Yeah, that gets the dead skin.
And I did have my eyes closed. I fell asleep 2 different times.
Yes.
Yeah, I did too.
It was very relaxing.
Yes. So,
Keep going.
so we're just getting rid of any like dead skin, and especially since you are not using products for the skin in this winter time, your skin is going to definitely show some signs of like dullness or a lack of hydration. And he's also sick, so that too. His skin is really, I mean, you definitely probably would have benefited during this time, but
Yeah, because it would have opened up your pores and like it's almost like a humidifier
with the
type of
steam,
situation.
yeah, definitely helps.
I was not expecting that.
Yeah, the
and it
steam
was
helps.
nice and heated. Oh, not that steam's not heated, you know,
Right.
but
Yeah,
you know,
Steam's
yeah.
always hot.
yeah, steam's normally has a temperature.
How about this with the science?
They can't scientists come up.
Look. I'm not scienting things now.
Oh no, I'm catching everything.
Oh, because you didn't catch that facial. That's why. Yeah. Now, being as though, was that your first time? You said it was your first time?
Yeah.
How often should a man like myself and like Yoda come and get a facial?
So anyone, 4 to 6 weeks is ideal, but a lot of times that just doesn't fit in someone's schedule or within their budget. That time is 4 to 6 weeks is when you start to build new skin cells, and that dead skin just starts to sit there on the top layer. So your skin becomes more dull during that time. But 4 to 6 weeks, or I tell sometimes to my clients like 2 months.
2 months.
Okay.
2 months or something like that.
So what do I do in that 2 months?
Yeah, that's what I was
You
going to say.
should have
Between that, what should I
a
do?
daily regimen
Daily?
of cleansing twice a day, morning and nighttime, using our face and beard brush to cleanse the face as well as the beard. If you don't have a beard, you still can use it though. And then always. But it also
If you're in your mid-40s and you have a beard, yeah, you can use
You've been trying to grow a beard your whole life and you don't have a beard?
If you tried every beard oil, growth beard.
How did this
Sorry, Rob.
But
Sorry,
even-
Rob.
but even-
beat Rob to death?
But even if you have a bald head, you can use it as well. Okay.
So you out here exfoliating heads?
Yeah, we do a bald head exfoliation too. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And then you finish that off with moisturizer. You should never leave the house without hydrating your skin, moisturizing.
Now, do you guys make your own products in house?
No, we don't make them.
Okay.
I have a manufacturer.
So
who-
in that, can you recommend what's your manufacturer or whatever the products for the daily routine?
Oh yeah, so it's our
inside this 4
it's
to
our
6 weeks?
bamboo charcoal cleanser, which is a bar. It looks like African black soap, but it's not. As well as the little scrubber, the hand scrubber that we have, and then the moisturizer together.
So those 3 things twice a day.
Yes,
Do you sell those on site or?
Yeah, we have them here, as also on our website. Also.
Okay.
But yeah, we wanted to create something that would be specific to men of color, as well as something that's easy to use. I didn't want a bunch of products. As a woman, I don't have like my counter full of products. I don't like all that clutter, and it's not necessary. So getting straight to the point, cleansing, exfoliating. Sometimes I'll put like a serum for maybe like hyperpigmentation, scarring, acne scarring. And then my moisturizer. That's it. Like, I don't want to have too many products. And I think that's what also men tend to shy away from using anything because they're like, my wife, my girlfriend, whatever, she has 20 products on the counter and she has this whole regimen. And men are like, I don't want to do all that.
Yeah, that's true. My wife uses a lot of Fenty. Yo, I think she probably sent one of Rihanna's kids to college or some shit.
Did.
Had to. Because I'm like,
At least through
wow.
school.
They only under.
Right.
I don't care.
3.
I don't care.
Set up their
They set up.
custom-
Yeah, hell yeah,
They
she
are
did.
set up.
That's why she ain't making no more music.
What for? Music made me 50,000.
She got my wife. She ain't got to make
Fenty
no
made me
else.
50 billion.
Long as she got my wife, she
Just to stand for it. She don't care what's in it. I don't care what it does. Just give me the Fenty.
It must be good, though.
So you develop the products?
Yeah, so I was working during the pandemic. I was buying all this stuff off of Amazon to try and make the products myself. And then I thought about it and I was like, I'm not a chemist. This is not like my forte at all. And I really wanted the products to make sure that they always were consistent. And also like being realistic. How am I going to run the business, do the social media, do the scheduling, do all these things, and then still come home and like make products or like have a whole day to make products. And I just felt like I said the consistency needed to always be the same. So I felt like if it was created by a manufacturer but with my recipes or the concept of what I wanted the products to do for the client's skin, it needed to be done right by someone who, and also just felt like I didn't want to treat my business like a mom and pop shop right out the back. I just felt like doing it the right way. Initially, I did. Maybe the first 6 months or so, I did. And then I saved up the money. Well, actually, I saved up the money, and then I told my boyfriend, I was like, I don't feel like I'm going to be able to have my own product line. And he was like, how much do you think you need, like, to get everything started? And I was like $1,000. And he gave me the money. So then I was able to.
Yeah. And now you have a consistent, it always is coming on a
So,
on a
so
certain
now I
time.
have my manufacturer and all that.
Let me ask you this, though. How come you didn't just look for a barbershop to set up in?
Everyone said that. I didn't want to be in a barbershop because I would be like in the corner somewhere or a little
That's
room.
true, but a lot of men aren't in the barbershop.
Yeah, well, this chair right here is actually for a barber.
Okay,
Yeah, we
okay.
have a loctician. That's her area.
Okay, I was,
What else
I
do you
was,
do?
look, I was sitting in that chair going, what happens here?
Yeah, you know.
And that was going to be my next question. Like, what else is like you do the
I do
facials?
facials, yeah.
But what else? So you have a barber, you have a loctician. What other services are offered besides?
That's it right now.
those
So
three
we don't
things?
actually physically have a barber here. Occasionally, I have a female friend who's a barber.
Okay.
She's in a barber shop, and initially,
Pop-up barber.
yeah. So we do
Pop-up shop
pop ups.
barber.
We do pop ups,
Okay.
and that's how her clients are being introduced to the services here.
Oh, okay, that's
That's
dope.
So we
good.
cross
Yeah,
promote and
yeah.
stuff like that. I wanted her here, and when I was in the studio, we were looking at places for us to both be at. And then in that time, she went back to the shop where she was at,
right.
and she seems to be really comfortable.
What
there.
about
That's dope.
getting?
A
What
female
about getting?
barber's always dope.
Yeah, but
too.
what about getting just other barbers to come and guest, like a pop-up barber?
I mean,
to
I
get
have
you more.
had, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I don't know a lot of other barbers in the city. They'll follow me. They'll ask questions about services and things like that, or for me to teach them how to do like facials so they can increase their services. But I guess as far as the pop-ups, it takes a lot to have them come here with their clientele. And I'm also really particular about the type of energy that,
Right,
they
that
bring.
you want here.
I don't
Yeah.
want them coming with like their clients who expect that it's gonna be like drinking. Like we're not drinking Hennessy up in here,
Right,
You know,
right.
or also just being mindful of like the safety of the clients, having like those people come in by appointments, and you know maybe they've paid a deposit or whatever it might
Yeah.
be. So this year,
Yeah, I could see how that could be more
Yeah.
Yeah.
in-depth planning and things like that. Yeah, you don't want no
So,
hoods up.
Is there a plan to get an in-house barber?
Yeah,
Okay.
it is. It definitely is. It's just I've been kind of just like, well, intentional about if it happens, it happens, and when it does,
Yeah.
I'm just creating the space for it, and
Okay.
when it happens, it will be. So yeah, I definitely would like to have a barber.
Does it matter if it's a female or a male?
No, yeah, no.
I think you should get a female, though.
Well, yeah. I mean, I know like guys probably would like that, and my friend, she's a lesbian, like she's like a butch, but you know they love her.
Still, yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say,
they
she's
love
still a
her,
girl.
Yeah. And, no, yeah, she's a girl.
Yo, it's so funny, though, because it's like I've had both, and like the female barbers that I've had, I always like them more than I
Yeah.
like the male barbers. Even like one even took time out to come to my house every once in
Oh,
a while,
yeah,
and,
yeah,
like
yeah. Cut
you
go
at the house.
and cut me at the house.
Yeah.
Ain't none of them Negroes ever
Yeah,
did
look,
that
I've been-
shit. It ain't even offered.
Yeah.
I've had one barber since I've been a kid, and he ain't never came to my. I love him,
Yeah.
like a brother, but he ain't never came to my house to
See?
cut my hair. So I don't know that guy.
And I
don't know
also
that
feel
life.
like the care and like the services sometimes like for the facial services, if a barber wants to include that or start to add those services, a male barber might not feel so comfortable massaging or cleansing
Right,
another
yeah.
man's face.
I wouldn't feel that like you need to be a trained. You'd have to be. You can't just be my barber rubbing on my face.
Yeah.
you have to have an esthetician's like,
You're like, yeah, bro,
please.
I
Like, you
got
see,
you.
it's on the wall, man. I'm gonna rub you down. I'm like, cool, you got the license. But if you just like, hey, I'm a master barber and I like to rub on your face, nigga, come here. Like, nah, get over there. Go rub on Yoda's face. You know, like that's well.
So having stuff like that, but I definitely I would love to have a barber, maybe even someone like an older man, you know, more
Mr.
mature.
Frank.
Yeah, you know, I would love that. And then we have the loctician. She has been doing my hair for probably like 3 years probably by now. And I was going to her house when I first started my locks. So I've been going to her, my godson, my best friend go to her.
That's awesome.
And then now she has a huge, well, not a huge, but a really good clientele of men
Nice.
who are my clients. We kind of, you know, trade off our clients like that. It's good publicity for her. And it gets her out of the house from working.
Yeah.
And then
Is this a men only?
No. She
women
sees
too?
men and women.
Okay.
I only see men.
You only see men.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we kind of went off track. What is the menu? What other offers do you offer besides the facial?
So offer an array of different treatments for the skin. We also do beard treatments, which help with growth of the beard.
Is that what you did to me?
Like a mini one,
Okay.
like a little bit of a mini one. Also, we have bald head exfoliation for men who are newly bald
crazy.
or bald, right? And bald exfoliation.
Bald head exfoliation.
It's extremely, from what I've seen, it seems really relaxing because they fall asleep.
Yeah.
Like,
I can imagine.
doze off.
Rubbing the head.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah. It
And,
just sounds weird.
It's just
I
like
can see
their
it
head
feels
like
real
being
good.
like extremely like soft, because sometimes they shave all backwards and all over the place, and then the hair starts to grow like that too. So you have hair on the left growing down, the other one going over to the right. It's a mess. So that's really relaxing for them. We also now have the Japanese head spa treatment that's really popular over in Asia. It's the other little table that's in the corner there. It has like I would say like rainforest kind of a fountain thing that flows over the head. So we do like a mini facial. Y'all must have not looked at my Instagram.
That sounds.
I do know all that.
You did,
I
see?
looked at it, but I don't know what they called.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, you didn't describe the
Japanese head spa.
words.
Shout out to the homie Jamir who did the whole thing on this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I found out.
I watched his reel.
He introduced all the products here. He did a lot of things there. So he
We love John Mayer.
Oh, Jamir. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Side note, that's her little cousin.
Yeah.
Who is?
John Mayer.
He your cousin?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. He's so cool.
Yeah.
He is.
Nah, he is still. Just playing.
Wait, he can't. Yeah, which one's
Just
cool?
playing.
Yeah.
Just playing, John.
Okay.
I love Jamir.
Yeah,
Me too.
I looked at both of y'all because it's y'all's cousins. I was
just
trying to figure
playing.
out. Okay,
I was just playing.
Good.
Yeah,
That's good
so
to know.
he described all the treatments. So
Yep.
Yep.
that sounds like a nice place.
Yeah. I didn't know that. Now it makes sense.
Yeah, that's how I found out about you.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
See?
And I reached out to him. I used to see his stuff on TikTok. And then I was like, oh, wait, I also see his stuff on Instagram. And yes, I used some of his reviews to go to some restaurants. And I hit him up like, you want to come get a Japanese head spa treatment?
Yeah, there you
So,
go.
yeah.
Nice. That's
So
it.
that's exactly that treatment is the Japanese head spa, which we are the first and only business in Philadelphia, possibly Pennsylvania, that is just for men.
Okay.
Also.
Nice.
Yeah, let me get it.
Oh my God. yeah, that deserved the award. Thank you for the award. I was waiting. I wasn't going to say nothing to you, did
I've been
it?
working hard for one out here.
Yeah, I was going to push it myself.
I like that. Ain't no wrong with that. Shoot. Toot your own horn. Ain't that what it is?
I mean, in this business, in the beauty industry, you want to always try and be as innovative as possible.
Right, yeah.
And
You said the only one in Pennsylvania for men.
yeah.
That's dope.
I mean, there's not many businesses for men anyway.
That's true.
And then
but that's
creating,
in itself, that's dope.
and then creating the head spa. And I get women all the time asking, can I come? No, you cannot come. Go somewhere else. Find somewhere else. And there's not many places in Philadelphia neither.
do the Japanese
Japanese head spa. One of my girlfriends actually, when I got my table, I told her about it. And she was like, I was thinking about getting one. I connect her with my vendor, and she did purchase one too. So she has it now for women.
So you out here networking.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I got to put my friends on. You know?
Yeah, and I mean, if a woman comes in here and this is for men, I'm like, yeah, go somewhere else. Period.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of places that women can go to.
Yeah.
So it's like,
It's plenty. It's enough.
yeah, it's enough. So I
And you
would.
taking an appointment from me.
Right, yeah, that's true.
Like, I need
And
to
I
be
mean,
here.
and also I feel like I wanted the aesthetic of the space to be for men. I didn't want to have like flowers and like lavender color paper. I didn't want that.
Yeah.
I really wanted it to be welcoming and a safe space for men.
It is definitely welcoming.
Yeah.
For men. I came in here and said, damn, I need to paint one of my walls black.
I painted these walls.
You
Yeah.
can come paint mine. That's cool.
Yeah, I did also.
Yeah, but
I love the power of women. Yeah, go ahead, just go ahead and paint.
Get your brush. Get your brush. Come on over there. I bought the paint.
You did a good job. You did a good job. It's nice here though.
Thank you. Yeah.
And it's real homey, it's relaxing. So yeah, it's a
We're
vibe
like
in here.
by appointment only. So there's no like walk.
Ain't nobody hanging around.
No.
Yeah.
And that front door is locked as long as you got an appointment. You you ring that doorbell, I know it's you, then you can come in. But,
Yeah, see, that's one thing I don't like about some barbershops is that, like, and even because, to be honest, barbers is ignorant as hell. Because even if you got appointments, sometimes they be like,
you still waiting.
Like, oh, my bad, I'm behind. Well, dude.
Like the doctor's office.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think barbers worse than the doctor's office.
I don't know. Doctor's office don't have no respect for your time.
The doctor ain't going out to smoke a cigarette and he already behind.
Well, you going to the wrong barber.
My barber now don't.
Right, but those the barbers that's like, I know we a little running behind because Yoda was late, and I know it's pushing everybody back. But I ain't eating my lunch.
Yeah, you should.
So you can't eat your lunch until I'm done.
And don't be in there phone ring. You like, yeah, nigga. Oh, nigga, that's crazy.
Hold on. I'll be right there. Nah. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna let myself out. Yeah, I know half my head is shaved. I can't.
Now you said it's appointment only. Did they make it on a website or they call?
A website, yeah. We have a website. Mm-hmm. So the website was actually probably set up before I had a location.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Awesome.
So why this location?
Well, this is my second location. Initially, I was in a not a storefront. I was in a studio, not too far from here, 10th and Germantown, which is considered like North Philly. It was a mixed-use building, but I didn't love it. I didn't love the neighborhood. I didn't love outside. How it was a little dangerous. To say the least.
When you said I didn't love it outside, we got to figure it. Because nobody just says I didn't love it outside unless it's.
I didn't love outside.
I didn't want to go out there.
And then
and she keep the door locked too. Like, you're not getting there without no appointment. And I do have an appointment. You 18 minutes early. You're not on time. You too early. I don't know you.
And when that would be the case, I'd be like, wait. They too early. You got to wait. So
you got to put that in the contract. Like, if you hear more than 10 minutes early, you will not be let in.
Do not get out your car. Tell us time.
You
got a 20-minute window from 8:50 to 9:10. After
That's
that,
crazy.
get the fuck out.
I don't know if we asked this, but what does 387 mean?
Yep.
At 387 Grooming. What is 387?
All right, so 387 is my birthday. I had a March 87. I had a birth chart reading done by this Hispanic woman, and it had to be translated. So she pretty much read my birth chart of like when I was born, the year, the energy and stuff that was going on around that time. And she said that it was a lot of masculine energy in the world, I guess. I don't really recall everything that she said. But she told me that if I was looking, she knew I was starting a business. And she said, if you're going to start this business for men, you should use numbers. And she said, consider using your birthday, like 387. And I was like, okay, like, I never really thought about it. And she just told me, like, there was a lot of meaning behind the numbers 3, 8, and 7.
Okay.
And it all tied back to, like, masculinity and stuff like that. So I was like, okay. And then I asked some family members to choose between 387 Grooming or Pure Noir. So, which is like pure black. And pure is the meaning of my name, which is Kiyomi. It's Japanese. And I was like, yeah, I don't know if I like that. And all the men were like, yeah, no, go with the numbers. 387. Like,
I don't know.
Pure Noir. I feel like it's more.
I mean, that's not bad.
Catchy than
I thought you was going to be 387 Pure Noir. I thought that's
no, I think that's long.
Yeah, it is. But I thought when you said numbers, I thought you had just.
Oh, no.
I thought it was either Grooming
What's your name again?
Kiyomi.
Kiyomi, that's a nice name, though.
My name?
Yeah, your name is. Yeah, that's a nice name.
But
It sounds like you was a different
like
job,
your
though, huh? Like you go to get the Japanese rub.
Spa. That is a spa, girl.
yeah, right. No.
Get this Kiyomis.
Oh no.
Get all these Kiyomis you want.
No, I definitely didn't want to use my name because that would have been hard. Now you think about if you were like talking to a friend, oh yeah, I went to this place. Oh, what's it called? Kiyomi. And they're like, what? Like,
Yeah, that's true. 387
like,
definitely.
What the hell is it? A restaurant or is it?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it do
what
sound
is
like it
that?
should.
Like,
You should have sushi and like.
yeah, exactly.
Like some good fried rice.
Kiyomi's
Yeah.
Grooming, but I guess that'd have been long
Kiyomi's
too.
Grooming. Yeah, no, I didn't want my name in it. I don't even tell people my full name. Like,
Yeah, this is my first time.
Well, guess what?
For a couple months.
Well, guess what?
Kiki, yeah.
You want to know something, Kiki? Now everybody know that. Listen,
Kiyomi?
Yeah. And I'm like,
oh, you're Kiyomi.
Aren't you the owner of 387?
I still kind of get caught off guard sometimes with that. Like, how do you know my name?
Yeah, that's
How do you know my name?
right.
So,
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, we gonna call you Kiki.
Okay, that's fine.
We'll call you
Call you
Kiki.
Kiyomi.
Okay.
Your mama name is Kiyomi. I'm gonna call you Kiyomi.
You sound like an old nigga. That's what your mama named me. That's what I'm calling.
That's a nigga with a wingtip shoe. Stuff like that.
Meanwhile, he calls me Yoda. That's not
my name. My mama didn't name me that.
She was born in 87. Oh, she going to be Kiyomi.
Anybody after 83 goes by their government.
You ever ask your parents though why that name?
Yeah, I mean, I know why.
Why?
I mean,
You don't want to tell us.
no, I'm half Japanese and black.
Okay.
So my dad, I'm actually named. My dad and I have the same name, or I have the female version. His
Okay.
name is Kiyoshi.
Okay.
Your daddy named you.
Yeah, my grandmother did.
Grandmother,
my grandmother,
okay.
which her name was Taiko.
Oh,
So we
yeah.
all have, majority of us have Japanese names.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my dad is Kiyoshi. I'm Kiyomi. My sister is Kimiko. My
I
cousin.
know a Kamika.
Kamika. Mm-hmm. I think that's American.
That's definitely
It probably
American.
could
With
be.
the
She's
A.
American as a
With
mother.
the-
Once you put an A on there, it's definitely hood.
Kamika.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
American.
yeah,
She
You definitely
American.
put some hood shit
Yeah,
on
she
there.
American
Yeah.
and black.
People always try to spell my
What?
name
But she's
K-E.
Jamaican.
She Jamaican.
Yeah.
Yeah.
K-E, and it's K-I.
K.I.
In Japanese, how you know how ours is
Yeah.
E or I, it's in Japanese, it's K-I.
That's a nice name, though. I
So,
like
yeah.
it.
Now, what is the Japanese culture for skincare? Because you said Korean
They're very
is really
similar.
big.
They're very similar. Yeah, it's more on a very higher end though. It's a lot more expensive.
Okay.
So
okay.
you might get like a cleanser that could be $200 and a moisturizer, but they do have some, average prices. But for the
But
most
poor
part,
people in Japan can't get their skin taken care of.
they can. They just probably might be doing more natural, more natural or
Just
yeah.
a little hot
rice.
water.
I mean, even
Rice
throughout
water?
Asia, yeah, like rice water or anything. They'll use what is it? There's a brand, I can't think of the name. It's in Sephora, and she's Japanese.
What if a person isn't is financially able to come in here and do something? What would you recommend for their daily skin routine if they can't spend however much this will cost?
So what we do have, we just raised our prices a couple months ago, but our cheapest and maybe most affordable facial was $50. It's now $60. But outside of that, if they're not able to come in for actual treatment, we do have the products, which we can, using the products will definitely help. If they have acne, I also suggest, give recommendations for whatever type of products that they can use in the meantime. And then occasionally that person might be very eager enough to come in, they start putting that money aside to come in.
I like that.
Okay, that makes sense.
I like that.
You ever thought about doing like a community thing and just giving like free facials every once in a while?
As far, I mean, I
give them
totally
freeze.
would. Yeah, I totally would. I just think it probably would get a little out of hand. It would have to be some way to, you have to register or something, or like actually book that appointment.
Give them a raffle almost.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely give away a lot of facials, either with like different organizations or different businesses, gift certificates and things like that.
Yeah, that's dope.
So I know you said it goes as low as 60.
What's the highest?
Yeah.
Oh, 160.
Oh, 160, that ain't
Yeah,
bad.
160.
That ain't bad.
Yeah.
And that includes the
That
Japanese.
So the Japanese
Rainforest.
head spa is actually 130.
130.
The Deluxe King facial and a beard treatment is 160. I also just felt like the treatments, I'm dealing with men who are, working class men.
Right.
I'm not in Miami, probably where I would charge it because of the salaries and out there. Then I would charge someone like $300 for a facial. I don't feel like that's fair. I'm not trying to get rich off of other people for them to feel more confident in themselves and their skincare.
So let me ask you this: since you say there's like a gap in the market, would you expand this to other places? Would you go back to Miami and bring this to Miami?
No.
Okay.
No, this would be the only
Maybe
location.
Brooklyn?
No, this would be the only location.
I said it 3 times.
Yeah,
No.
Maybe one in Delaware. Damn.
no.
You can't even get one in Delaware. This is crazy.
I've actually had clients from Delaware that say you should just open up one in Delaware and just be there like once a week.
Something.
And I'm like, that's a lot for me. I already am here 5 days a week.
Yeah, you wouldn't go to
It's 7
4.
days in a week.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't go to 4.
I need a day
That
off.
one day they was talking about you got it available.
But then also that one day would need to also profit rent to,
Yeah, that's true.
If I would be there like once a week, that four times I need, for
You had to start hiring. You got to start hiring.
it would have to be. But also with that, I would be very selective of who would work there because I also need to make sure that they have the same integrity and the same mission for the business.
Yeah, for sure.
Which, I have another esthetician now working with me. She reached out to me about a year ago, right before the new year, asking about mentorship and if she could work under me and shadow. And she came to me very, very professional. So I actually considered talking to her. We were supposed to have a 30-minute call. Ended up being 2 hours. And I wanted her to come do a demo. She did amazing. And we worked together for about almost, 6-7 months. And I would let her come here, see clients, make some money, get the experience. And then about maybe 2 months ago, we converted that room for her into her own room. It initially was our waiting area.
Nice.
Nice. Congratulations to her.
Yeah.
Congratulations to you for taking a chance.
And expanding the brand, expanding the business.
Yeah. And for me, outside of this, I would prefer to, this would be the only location. I would just prefer to have other business ventures.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This one, yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So I guess would it be expanding the product line, I guess?
Yeah, so expanding the product line, but also I want to buy a building.
Okay.
So with that, it would be maybe more barbers, more loctician, more services. We are going to start next year. Kind of getting a little exclusive.
Get ready.
Exclusive.
So she's done bullied the fuck out of you this whole episode. Man.
Exclusive. You know what a horn is.
Yeah, hit the horn, bro.
Hit it, dry face.
She said she's going to
Dog bones?
Go get it then.
Hit it, dog bones?
That's the right one.
There it is.
She gonna mess around and cut her shit off.
Turn the mic down and everything.
We'll be offering manicures and pedicures next month. Yeah.
Okay.
Men only.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And funny enough, I was talking to this woman recently, and she told me how she was at the nail salon and she saw a man there getting his nails done, and she was disgusted.
What?
It was a black woman too, and she was like, "I'm so disgusted to see these men in here. Why can't we have our own space?" I mean, I was just like, wow.
And you know what's so crazy? I thought that getting a pedicure was a woman type of thing until I think it was LeBron James and Dwayne Wade was talking, and Dwayne Wade took his shoe off.
Where he wear black nail polish.
But his foot was just mangled, and he was being a basketball. I'm always on my feet. I'm always on my. And Shaq said the same thing. He's like, I get pedicures as much as I can. I gotta take care of my feet. This is my money maker.
We all got skin. We all got feet.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. Some are
One
duller
thing
than
I
others.
had a pedicure before.
I'm just
I
tickled.
don't think I ever do it again.
I'm just tickled.
That's my issue. I was bagging the fuck. I was like, yo, she'll stop this.
This is not what I signed up for here, boy.
Hell no.
Yeah, so she was like, I don't like seeing men in the nail salon. I feel like that should be a place for just women. And I was like, well, would you want your man to have dirty nails and how would you
feet?
Yeah. And she's like, I mean, no, but can he go somewhere else? And I'm like, where would he go? Where then? She's like, I don't know, like go to the nail salon super early in the morning. And I'm like,
what?
He's not there to look at your feet. He's not hitting on you. He's not doing
What does she look like? She must have been probably ugly.
She's a lady.
She said she a lady. She got lady parts.
But I was just like, girl, it's not, I mean, and crazy enough, like she has a very dirty job that typically would not, in sanitation kind of work.
Oh.
That
they should be saying, why are you here, woman?
Yeah, like I as a woman, I wouldn't want to do that job.
Right.
But, you know, she's like, it's necessary, it's needed, and so I'm going to do it. And, you know, it's her business. But I felt like, why do you have a problem with seeing these men? And
that sounds like racism.
Yeah.
It's
Like, it was like,
There's something.
It's something, right?
Yeah.
It gotta be.
Like just the way I don't want to see her in here. Like this is my stuff, and that sounds like whites only pies.
On one side, I can understand why she wanted her space where only women can.
I don't think that's what she was saying though.
That's not
That's not what it sounded
It
like.
was
What Kiki,
giving really like
I just don't want him here.
Yeah.
Like I don't care if he can be. I don't want to see him. It's messing up my aesthetic.
Yeah, that's really what it was.
Oh.
And
That's
I mean,
racist.
I go to the nail salon. I go to the nail salon every 3 weeks, and you know, I see men there occasionally, and even in other nail salons that I used to go to, I always love to see men in there. They mind their business. They, you know, they have a good relationship or rapport with their nail tech. They might chat about family stuff or whatever, but they're in and out. They're good clients, and I just felt like
It's homophobia.
Yeah.
And then my thing is like now that she's saying that, I've never been at the barbershop and a female walk in to get her hair
And you looking
cut,
at her all
and I'm
crazy.
looking like, yeah, why the hell is she
I'm like,
in there?
yo,
Get her out of here.
I'm like, yo, I know. Every time a woman walks in the barbershop to get her hair cut, I'm like, she comes here more than I do.
Yeah.
Because her thing don't look like she needs to get it shaped up.
Yeah.
But then I also think like for like men, maybe if you guys are like having a male very dominant conversation and a woman was like waiting right there for her haircut, like would you change?
It depends on the barbershop that you're in. Some of them, nah.
Yeah.
But some people
It
will.
depends on the woman that walks in.
Because sometimes,
Yeah.
some of them chime in. Some of them chime in.
They know where. Some of them come to the barbershop to be a part of a male conversation. So.
Because I know, like, sometimes kids will be in there and they'll be like, "Oh, it's a kid here," you know.
And then that one dude that got the Hennessy, and I don't give a fuck about this. I don't even take care of the kids on the car.
Nigga, that ain't my son.
Especially if you blasting fucking mother niggas. It don't matter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But I think like everybody's talking about like this new generation of men are softer and they're not as quote unquote hard as
Which
like
is
our
weird.
grandparents. Like they're just expressing themselves in a way that us as younger men and our grandparents and our grandfathers couldn't express themselves.
Yeah.
And if you want to express yourselves and put some fingernail polish on your nails and you want to go get a pedicure and you still a man, like gay, straight, or what, you're still a man.
Yeah.
Like that's all.
After all these years, they've been saying you need to be more sensitive.
Right.
Blah, blah,
Now-
blah.
now
Then
he trying
niggas
to be
sensitive.
sensitive. He doing a little TikTok
He
dance.
doing too much.
Right. I can't believe he's doing his little TikTok dance. He's shaking his ass. I don't leave my little son shaking his ass. I'm like, what the fuck is he supposed to do?
Yeah, it is strange. It's strange. It's strange.
But it is.
All right. We got any more questions?
I do have one more question. I think you said that you like to do mentoring for the youth all the way through older men. How and you do the facials for the younger men too. How young would you do a facial for a young man?
Typically they're like 11 or 12.
That's when you start getting acting.
She actually
Yeah.
said younger boys.
Yeah, young boys.
She said younger boys, not younger men.
Yeah, young boys. So
What's
like
the
11.
why does that
He's
matter?
saying
I don't know. That's when she said young boys. I just thought, why I just didn't say boy. I'm just messing with you.
I was about to say he tried to make a joke.
boy,
And it
Because she in Philly.
I was like,
For the young boys.
Young boys.
I'm being professional.
Yeah, you know we be doing it for the young boys and the boys over
So
there.
the mentoring. So I'm trying to be serious.
Sorry. Serious.
So the mentoring is for
Not mentoring. I mean, well,
you said you do.
services. The services.
services.
The services.
Yeah, I was talking about the mentoring and the services. I just
Well,
said,
I don't really do too much mentoring. like the services. Yeah.
Okay, so the services start as young as 11.
Yes.
All right.
You said some people come here and do services or have like.
Yeah, so we have like one of the services called a Young King.
Yeah.
And that's starting at like I think it's 11. It's 10 or 11.
Okay.
So that's for like.
What if he's 9?
But if he has acne, yeah.
Oh, so it's for the acne.
Yeah, like if he's young at 8, 9, and he's already starting to show some signs of like premature acne, or just also maybe a dad might want to say my son needs to start learning about taking care of his skin. And sometimes I do get like DMs about that, like, hey, I saw that it starts at 11, but my kid is 10, 9, or whatever. Can he come? And I'm like, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
You know?
So what's the Young King start at? That's 60 as well?
No, that's 11. But again, if somebody were to reach out,
The cost
oh, the
is
cost.
$60.
It's 11 now?
No, that one is 60. That one's 60.
Okay.
That one's 60.
Cool.
Yeah, that one's 60. But I wouldn't call it like mentorship, but actually the young man who I just got the products from, he worked with me over the summer. So he's in college. He's 22. His mom is one of my really good friends. And he's studying to be an entrepreneur. So he has a couple of different businesses already while he's still up at Dell State. Actually, he's there with y'all. He's up there with y'all. This is his last year. And he came and worked with me over the summer through like the youth program, summer youth program. And he got paid. He got paid, I think it was like every couple of weeks or something like that. And I'm
confused. Earlier you said that you have
mental health. Is what she said.
What I say? Mentorship?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I fucked that shit up. Okay, that's why I'm confused. I fucked it up.
I know it was an M in there,
Yeah, I know it was a shit or something.
Well, yeah, it's not like I wouldn't call it a mentorship. We have sometimes
but
meetings.
the mental health is what I meant. That's what I meant. Like
meetings, stuff like that. Yeah. And I just allow them to host it here. So the clients that are in the mental health industry or in that business, the counselors, therapists,
you give them a space.
Yeah, they'll come here. I'll promote it. I'll tell the clients, because a lot of times I have conversations with my clients and I've built a rapport with them to know that they might have some things going on at home or at work, or with their kids, their sons in particular. And if that therapist is hosting something that might be beneficial to them, I'll say, hey, this is something that they're having. You might want to come with your son or whatever, or your friends. So yeah, that's what I.
Yeah, I'm glad we cleared that up. I know she said something
because she said the mentoring for the
but it was the mental health.
I did have one more thing though, because I was just thinking, like, what if I was like getting married or something, right? And I wanted to bring my groomsmen and whatever to. Yeah, everybody can come and y'all could hook us up.
Yeah, we did that before.
Okay, that's lit.
One of my good friends, his cousin was getting married, and this was like in the beginning of my entrepreneurship of the business and everything. And his cousin was like, I have like 10 groomsmen, like, you know, how can we go about that? And I was like, I'll create like a 45-minute customized service for them. So we did like a facial, we did a beard treatment, and I think we did like a hand and nail treatment also for them that day. And he gave me his budget, and we worked around the budget.
Nice. I like that.
And was this your first shot at
yes.
internship, or do you consider being an esthetician since you're kind of like, I guess, a contractor, I guess?
Well, I was a contractor before, but prior to in Miami, yes, I was. But this was my first venture of entrepreneurship.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
I was going to clap for her.
Oh, thank you.
The horns are good too, because she likes the horns.
Yeah. But you got to earn them horns.
She got to say some lit shit to get horns.
That didn't deserve a horn.
My bad.
I'm sorry.
Any other questions?
Nah, I'm good.
I'm glad I corrected myself.
All right.
Yeah, we knew what you meant.
Yeah, we want to thank
you guys knew.
We want to thank Kiki Bufford from 387.
Yeah,
387 Grooming.
Oh.
Give yourself
March
the other one.
1987.
She controlling the board. Give her the board.
I don't remember what any of the other ones said anymore. Well, we want to thank you for coming on the podcast. Before we go,
appreciate you.
Yes.
We always like to know how people can find you on these World Wide Webs, the brick and mortar address, how they can make appointments, all that good stuff.
Okay.
How can they find 387 Grooming?
Okay, so you can find all the business information on our website, which is www.387grooming.com. Same on Instagram as well as TikTok and Facebook, 387 Grooming. And you can shop our products as well. We also do pickup, so if you want to order products and you're local, you can place the order on our website, schedule a pickup, as well as we ship as well as in the U.S.
Nice.
Awesome.
All right. How can I find you, Lou?
My name is Lou Belgium. I'm on them Instagrams.
Yo, why you say your name and then look at me?
I did that on purpose.
I was a little confused.
How can they find you, Lou?
Did you hear how I started saying? Because I thought he was talking to you. But he said my name.
No look, baby.
Magic Johnson out here.
That was crazy. He didn't look at Jen in my eye.
Yeah, and I'm like, my name's Lou Belgium. I'm on the
How can they find you else?
You can find me on Instagram at IM302YODA.
You can find Brewsing Banter Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Brewsing Banter Podcast. You can even go to www.brewsingbanter.com if you want to find all about our merch, our episodes, all that good stuff. How to us. You can listen to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Pop.
No Google.
Pandora, iHeartRadio. Anywhere you listen to podcasts, you can even say, Alexa, play Brewsing Banter Podcast because we are on Amazon Music. Once again, we want to thank Kiki Bufford from 387 Grooming. There you go.
Thank you.
Yay.
Cheers.
Thank you for coming on.
Thank you,
Until
guys.
next time,
Have a good week, everyone.
peace.
Bye.